white flag. We'll get a start the next time around. The next time around. Zero Hill, Ken Sword, Robin Pennington, and Mike Rush. Hill on the inside, Ken Sword on the outside. They'll race 4 laps. Hill on the inside, Ken Sword on the outside. They'll race 4 laps. One lap complete. Sword still tries to work that high groove. Halfway. Now Hill slides high in turns 3 and 4. Pennington tries to move underneath Sword to take over second spot. They'll get the checkered flag this time around, and it will be Zero Hill your winner. Ken Sword is second, Robin Pennington third, and Mike Rush finishes fourth. The lineup goes a little bit like this. On the pole in car number 3, Ron Holbein. Ron Holbein in 3, and alongside in car number 7, Mike Cyrus. Second row in car number 9, it's Jim Cruz, and alongside in car number 20, Mike Brown. Then comes car 25, Jim Kidd. Car number 12, Don Renner. And car number 5, Bob Gruball. Eight racing laps. The first heat race in the limited sportsman division. Holbein holds a narrow advantage down the backstretch. One lap complete. Still Ron Holbein, but his car pushes up in turn 2. And Jim Cruz and Mike Brown will make it by on the backstretch. Mike Brown trying to move around Jim Cruz and does so down the backstretch. But Cruz is back in 3. Now Mike Brown, the leader. Jim Cruz second. Donnie Renner third. Halfway signal this time by. Mike Brown, Jim Cruz, and a closing Donnie Renner. Renner now on the outside of Cruz for second. Running fourth is Ron Holbein, and fifth, Mike Cyrus. Renner second. He'll challenge Mike Brown through turns 3 and 4. White flag this time around as Renner makes the pass of Brown. Don Renner, your new leader. White flag. And your winner will be Donnie Renner. Second will go to Jim Cruz. And finishing third, Mike Brown. The lineup for the second limited sportsman heat race as follows. Russ Bob in 53 on the inside, and outside in 55, John Strobel. The second row in 02, it's Charlie Osborne, and in 00, Dick Kelly. And the third row, car 33, Carl Stapleton, and outside in car 29, Bob Justice. And finally, car number 73, Randy Sward, and car 31, Dennis Kelly. These cars are split into the total sportsman field, split into a trophy dash, the fastest 4 qualifiers. The next fastest 8 qualifiers in the first heat race, and the remainder of the field, make that in the second heat race, and the remainder of the field was in the first heat race. So this is the faster, these are the cars that qualified right behind the fastest 4 qualifiers. And they are inverted, meaning the fastest of these cars starts on the tail, and the slowest of these 8 cars starts on the pole. 8 racing laps for the second sportsman heat race. Russ Bob and John Strobel, your 2 front runners. Osborne sideways. Stapleton backs off to avoid the green and white 02. 1 lap in the record books. Dick Kelly tries to squeeze beneath Russ Bob down the front stretch. Can't make the pass. John Strobel remains your leader. He'll race down the backstretch on top. Still John Strobel in 55. Kelly trying to make it underneath Russ Bob, but still can't quite get the job done. And now Dick Kelly does so in 00. He'll set his sights on 55, the leader. Dick Kelly is second, Russ Bob third, Bob Justice fourth. Halfway this time by. And now Dick Kelly, a man on a mission, goes beneath Strobel and takes over that top spot. Dick Kelly, the leader. Dick Kelly, John Strobel, Carl Stapleton now up to third. White flag this time as Carl Stapleton moves to the high side of John Strobel. And Stapleton takes over second. He won't have enough time to do it to Kelly, I don't think. Your winner, Dick Kelly in car 00. Second goes to Carl Stapleton. And third was John Strobel. I believe fourth went to Randy Sward. And fifth, Russ Bob. If you want to call it that, was a 10. And that is the number he drew. Okay, the lineup goes like this. Or I should reiterate, a 10 was drawn, so that means that the 10th fastest qualifier will start on the pole, and Don Wetnall, the fast qualifier, will start 10th in the feature event, the 35-lapper later on. And now the lineup goes like this. On the pole in car number 1 from Columbus, Ohio, Terry Humphrey. Humphrey in 1. Outside of row 1 in car 21 from Miamisburg, Ohio, John Vallow. The second row in car number 94, the Darbydale, Ohio Speedster, it's Robbie Dean. And finally, I wonder how long it's been since this guy's been fast qualifier here at the Speedway. Car number 3, your fast qualifier, the time 14.818, Don Wetnall. Your fastest 4 cars, they'll go at it for 4 laps. Humphrey and Vallow slug it out for that top spot. One lap down. Humphrey with a bit of an advantage down the backstretch. Halfway that time by. Now Vallow with an advantage off turn 2. White flag this time. Wetnall will try to make it 3 wide. Checkered flag this time. It's still Humphrey and Vallow. I better check with scoring. The winner by inches, Terry Humphrey. Second is John Vallow. Third, Don Wetnall. And finishing fourth, Robbie Dean. Row number 1 consists of car 4 from New Carlisle, Ohio, over near Dayton. The driver, Larry Harris, alongside of Lawrence. In car number 91 from Xenia, Ohio, it's Scott Drake. Row 2 in car 17, Jack Sims from Columbus, and alongside from Pickerington, Ohio, Lonnie Rush. Next up in car 49, it's Ed Duncan. And alongside, in the orange and white number 2, Gary Estes. And finally, in car number 23, Greg Markham. 10 laps for the late model first heat race. out to an early advantage in 91. Complete. It's Scott Drake, Larry Harris, Lonnie Rush, and Jack Sims. And occasionally here at the Speedway, we have a situation where a driver breaks out. Let me explain a little bit about that. These guys do the best they can to qualify. They try to give it their best effort and see how fast they can go on the 2 single car qualification runs. After they get that qualification time, we line the races up accordingly, and we watch these cars during heat races and the feature event. And if a car runs more than 15 hundredths of a second faster, if it runs more than 15 hundredths of a second faster than its qualification attempt, it goes to the tail of the event and we restart the race. Now, very quickly, I might explain that the cars do have the opportunity to request the tail of a heat race if they think they are capable of running much faster than their qualification run. Drake did not do that, so he'll go to the tail. Larry Harris will be the new leader. Actually, 3 laps are complete, 3 laps down. Larry Harris the leader. Jack Sims is second. Lonnie Rush and Ed Duncan round out the top 4. Get ready for 6. Larry Harris the leader. Ed Duncan making a charge on the outside. 6 laps complete. Ed Duncan the leader. Larry Harris is second. Duncan pulls out a good advantage over Harris. Sims runs third. Eight laps now down. They'll get a white flag this time by, signifying 1 lap remaining. Now Sims alongside of Harris for second. They'll race to the flag. Meantime, your winner will be Ed Duncan. Second is Jack Sims. Third, Larry Harris. And fourth, Greg Markham. So again, Ed Duncan, Jack Sims, Larry Harris, and Greg Markham, your top 4 finishers in the first 10-lap late model heat race. Now, of these cars, in the heat races, the cars are completely inverted, meaning the fastest of these 7 cars is Bussy Blackford, and the slowest of these 7 cars, or the car with the slowest time of these 7 cars in qualifying earlier, is Bob Edwards. So they are inverted in that sense. 7 cars, 10 racing laps, the second late model heat race. will be a false start whenever we have the cars not lined up to the starter's likings as they round turn 4. He'll go ahead and throw the green and then afterwards throw the yellow. And the reason for that, if he turned his back on the field or made it obvious to the first couple cars that they weren't going to start, they might slow down too fast and the other cars might run into them. So that's why we throw the green and then the yellow. And that looked like a good start. Bob Edwards the leader through turns 1 and 2. One lap complete. Bobby Edwards. Now Mike Ward tries to move beneath Dunleavy. Mike Ward in 61. Mike Ward now moves into second ahead of Dunleavy. He'll set his sights on the leader, Bobby Edwards. 3 laps down this time by. They'll get the halfway signal this time. Halfway. Okay, there was a report that there was some fire underneath the hood of car number 5 of Dunleavy. Track official has noticed it was wisping a little bit of smoke. Bob Evans Memorial Day Classic at Columbus Motor Speedway. There will also be extended features in the Street Stock and Limited Sportsman feature events. $1,000 to the feature winner next Saturday night. Bob Edwards the leader, 5 laps in the record books. Of course, this Edwards car, the car that holds the track record, it's the car Bill Cantley set the track record with a year ago. Edwards the leader in car number 7. Mike Ward is second. Ron Otto third. Cantley off the throttle on the backstretch. Cantley slowing in car 10. Laps in the record books, and we'll get a white flag this time around. A white flag to Bob Edwards. Ron Otto looks for a way around the 61 car. Otto third, Ward still second, Carlton Smith fourth, but your winner will be Bobby Edwards. Second in a close race goes to Mike Ward. Finishing third in car 52, Ron Otto, and fourth in car number 19, Carlton Smith. On the pole in car number 12, Don Parsons. Don Parsons in 12. And alongside in 22, Donald Parsons III. Second row consists of Mike Hamilton in car 24, and outside in car number 2, Danny Brown. So these are your fastest 4 qualifiers. By the way, Brown had a fast qualifying run of 17.765. 4 laps, 4 racing laps. The Street Stock Trophy Dash. Here off the second turn is Don Parsons Sr. Donald is second. Mike Hamilton with a wild lane change in turn 4. Danny Brown, and he narrowly avoid contact. The leader is still Don Parsons. They'll get the halfway signal this time. Here comes Donald on the outside. White flag this time for Big Daddy Don Parsons. And Mike Hamilton spins in turn 4. Now Donald comes back on the outside. He'll challenge through turns 3 and 4. And the winner will be Donald Parsons III. This car include Big JR's Towing, Keen's Body Repair, Ron's Used Parts, in the Street Stock Division, see Mike Taylor in 23 and Brian New in 41. Second row in car number 69, it's Clyde Trowbridge, and in car 42, Scott McCandlish. Then comes car 87, Randall Borman. Car 63, Craig Osborne. 73, I'm not sure who's piloting that tonight. Last time it was out, it was driven by Herman Degg. So it's either he or Roy Harding. We'll check on a number or a driver for 73. Then in car number 11, Rick Rodewalt. And on the tail, A.J. Riley. Told that the driver of car number 73 is Fred Hartzell. So Hartzell in 73. Mike Taylor, your leader in car 23. Mike Taylor in 23, the leader. Clyde Trowbridge is second. Two laps are complete. Mike Taylor, Craig Osborne. Now Clyde Trowbridge moves on the outside of Mike Taylor. laps down. Taylor and Trowbridge swapping paint in turns 1 and 2. And now Osborne will try 3 deep. He gives the 2 inside cars adequate room. Taylor spins in turn 4 and narrowly missed by Brian New. Meantime, your new leader is Craig Osborne. By the way, in all the excitement, that was halfway. Car 63, Craig Osborne, the leader. Second is Clyde Trowbridge. Third, now Scott McCandlish. Rodewald slow on the backstretch. Craig Osborne gets the white flag. Second, white flag to Trowbridge. Third now is Scott McCandlish. And your winner will be Craig Osborne in 63. Second goes to Clyde Trowbridge. Third is Scott McCandlish. And an exciting finish. Tom Idle in 35 on the pole and Eric Knockman in 90. 89 is Herb Pennington and 66 Paul Baker Jr. Number 77 is Don Townsend and 04 Buddy Townsend. Then comes car number 3, Butch McAllister, and car number 27 Dave Dysinger. 8 cars, they'll race 8 laps. The street stock second heat race on AC Delco night. It's Eric Knockman, the leader. Now Paul Baker Jr., the one-man thrill show on the outside. Two Fords go at it for that top spot, and Baker comes out on top. Paul Baker Jr., the new leader. And Herb Pennington loses a tire in turn 4. Herb Pennington, well, I'll tell you, I wasn't paying attention there. I looked over and saw that car up in the air. I thought we were at Talladega. By Droopy Drawers, a world-famous assistant flagman. 1 lap will be underway. 3 laps are in the record books. Paul Baker Jr. is the leader, the leader of the pack. And we're back to racing. It's Baker in the 4. Townsend holds on close, or keeps it close in it. Car number 04. Eric Nachman is 3rd, with Don Townsend Jr. 4th. Now Townsend tries to move underneath Nachman down the front stretch, and it's Townsend now up to 3rd, or is he? 3 deep through turn 2. They'll race down the backstretch. It's Townsend, Nachman, Dysinger. Meantime, Buddy Townsend is giving Paul Baker all he can handle for the lead. White flag this time for Paul Baker Jr. And now Buddy Townsend underneath Baker. Down the backstretch they go. Checkered flag this time. Baker on the outside, Townsend on the inside, and it'll be Buddy Townsend with a wild finish. I'm telling you, this guy ate his Wheaties this morning. The Buddy Townsend fan club hooting it up down yonder. Sportsman feature event. On the pole in car number 9, it's Jim Cruz, and alongside in 20, Mike Brown. Second row in car number 53, Russ Bobb, and flanking him in 55, John Strobel. In row number 3, 02 is driven by Charlie Osborne, and 00, the pilot Dick Kelly. Next up in car number 33, Carl Stapleton, and outside of Carl in 29, Bob Justice. Car 25, the next driver is Jim Kidd, and outside Jim in 73, Randy Sward. Car 31 is next, that's Dennis Kelly, and outside in 0, it's Zero Hill. Ken Sward drives 74 on the inside of the next row, and flanking him in car number 10 will be Robin Pendleton. Next up in car number 7, it's Mike Cyrus, and car number 98, your fast qualifier, Mike Rush. Up next in car number 12, make that, Don Renner, and alongside in car number 3, Ron Holbein, and finally in car number 5, Bob Gruball. So that's your field for your 30-lap limited sportsman feature event. AC Delco night, the Ches Round Oldsmobile pace car Cutlass Calais paces them around. 30 laps for these daring young men and their racing machines. The leader. looks as though Don Renner just had a engine malfunction on a front stretch. There is fluid on the front stretch. Don Renner, your track record holder. Mike Brown, John Strobel, Dick Kelly, Jim Cruz, Bob Justice, Russ Bob, Carl Stapleton, Randy Sward, Charlie Osborne, Zero Hill, and Robin Pennington, and Mike Rush, just to name a few. 2 laps are down. White flag. We're going to try to get a start the next time around. Mike Brown still the leader. And now, debris down in turn number. Kelly wastes little time moving around John Strobel. Kelly now second. Three laps completed. And Dick Kelly door to door for the lead. John Strobel is third. And Dick Kelly, the new leader. Kelly in 00. A third of a mile. Dick Kelly, the leader. Dick has never scored a feature win here at Columbus Motor Speedway. Mike Brown is second. Third is John Strobel. Fourth, Zero Hill. And holding on to fifth spot, Jim Cruz. Pennington on the move. Underneath Jim Cruz, he is up to fifth spot. Still Dick Kelly, John Brown, John Strobel. They'll have 10 laps complete this time. tries to move around Strobel for third. Hill is third. The last time by. 16 laps now complete. As Zero Hill tries to move around Mike Brown and does so. Hill is now second. Double Zero the leader. Zero is in second place. 10 laps. Mike Rush is up to fifth after starting on the tail. Rush is fifth. Make that sixth. Rush is sixth. To go. 5 laps this time by. Dennis Kelly, Zero Hill, Robin Pennington, Mike Brown, John Strobel, and Mike Rush. Counter lap traffic down the backstretch. White flag this time. It's a real log jam at the front. It's Dennis Kelly the leader, Zero Hill second, and Robin Pennington third. White flag. Falco night at the races. Dick Kelly. Second is Zero Hill. Third, Robin Pennington. I'll have to wait a minute or two to get the rest of the finishing order, as it was very close back there for a couple of those spots, but no doubt about the winner, Dick Kelly in car 00, his first ever feature win at Columbus Motor Speedway. Dick Kelly the winner. Second goes to Zero Hill. Third, Robin Pennington. Fourth was Mike Brown. Finishing fifth, Mike Rush. Sixth was John Strobel. Seventh, Russ Bob. Eighth, Carl Stapleton. Ninth was Bob Justice. And 10th, Charlie Osborne. That's your top 10 finishing order. On the pole in car number 5, it's Dick Dunleavy Jr. and alongside in 19, Carlton Smith. The second row in car 61 from Mechanicsburg, Ohio, Mike Ward, and alongside in car number 52, Ron Otto Jr. Then comes car number 10, that's Bill Cantley, and outside of him, in 55, Bussy Blackford. The next row in car number 1, Terry Humphrey, and outside in 21, John Vallow. Car number 94 is next. It's the Big Bird, Robbie Dean, and outside of him, your fast qualifier for this evening, car number 3, Don Wetnall. Next up, Bob Edwards in 7, and Greg Markham in 23. Car number 2, Gary Estes. And car number 14, make that 49, is Ed Duncan. In 83, it's Lonnie Rush. And in 17, Jack Sims. 91 is Scott Drake. Car number 4, Larry Harris. And car number 9, Danny Eves in car number 9. Dan Eves, a late entry in car number 9. Racing laps for the late models. aboard your 2 liters. Up to second. The leader is Dunleavy. Vallow is second. Mike Ward is third. And Vallow's in a hurry. It's Dunleavy and Vallow going at it door to door. Otto is third, Blackford fourth. Laps complete. Appears to have the top spot well in hand to make that Vallow the leader. This time around. And Dunleavy inside of Vallow. Blackford closing on the lead duo. Jack Sims down the front stretch. back in turn 3. 5 laps. Around the lap car of Scott Drake. To Dick Dunleavy next time. But here comes Mallow again. White flag this time. It's the 5 car of Dunleavy on the inside. Mallow on the outside. Here comes Mallow hard into 3. The winner will be inches, Dick Dunleavy Jr. A close race. Dunleavy repeats. Wins again. Car sponsored by Fast Racing Engines, Bankers Life and Casualty, Frank's Auto Parts, Krug Auto Sales, Dave's Designs and Signs, Perkins Auto Sales, and A to Z Painting. A close finish. AC Delco night. The final feature event of the night. On the pole, Brian New in 41 and Clyde Trowbridge in 69. Scott McCandlish and Randall Borman the next row. Then comes Tom Idle and Eric Knockman, Herb Pennington and Don Townsend Jr. Buddy Townsend in 04 and 66 is Paul Baker Jr. Butch McAllister and Dave Dicing are next, followed by Don Parsons and Donald Parsons III. Then comes Mike Hamilton in 24. Number 9 is Danny Brown. 63, Craig Osborne. 23, Mike Taylor. And in 28, A.J. Riley. Townsend Jr., the leader. Second is Paul Baker. Third, Dave Dysinger. Laps of this 25-lap feature are complete. 7 down. Baker, the leader. Second is Dave Dysinger. Third, Danny Brown. Report is that there's some kind of fluid on the racetrack, so we're going to have a timeout due to track conditions and check the racing surface to see if there is some kind of mess on the racetrack. Laps are done, nearly halfway through this event. 25-lap feature on tap tonight for the street stocks. The leader. Paul Baker is second. Dave Dysinger third. 14 laps down. Again, it's Dan Brown out front. Paul Baker Jr. second. Donald Parsons the third is third. To go. Five laps to go to car number 9, the blue number 9, Dan Brown, who's your leader. Paul Baker and Donald Parsons swapping some paint for that second position. Donald Parsons is up to second. Flag for Dan Brown. Donald Parsons second. Now running third is Paul Baker. The winner, Danny Brown. Parsons is second. Baker third. Don Parsons fourth. And Mike Hamilton fifth.